A group of former Republican judges, Republican lawyers, and Republican lawmakers, former Republican lawmakers, recently banded together to go over some of the court cases that have been filed alleging widespread voter fraud in the 2020 election. That's right, here we are in the year 2022, halfway through 2022, and these Republicans finally decided, all right, you know what? We're going to take a look at all of these lawsuits that have been filed, all the evidence that these people have presented, and of course, we're going to try to figure out if there was any widespread voter fraud, as Donald Trump and a lot of his little followers love to claim. And to no one's surprise whatsoever, this group of Republicans came back and said, yeah, there was no fraud. I mean, sure, yeah, there's individual instances of fraud here and there. We've seen them. We've talked about many of them. But not only were those really it, but not even at the local level, like not even at a single precinct, was there enough fraud to flip the results of an individual precinct. Let me read some of this. Our conclusion is unequivocal. Joe Biden was the choice of a majority of the electors, who themselves were the choice of the majority of voters in their states. They then said that Trump didn't lose because of fraud. He lost because of his poor handling of the pandemic. And then they said, this, coupled with an electorate that included a small but statistically significant number willing to vote for other Republican candidates on the ballot, but not for President Trump, are the reasons his campaign fell short, not a fraudulent election. There is absolutely no evidence of fraud in the 2020 presidential election on the magnitude necessary to shift the result in any state, let alone the nation as a whole. In fact, there was no fraud that changed the outcome in even a single precinct. It is wrong and bad for the country for people to propagate baseless claims that President Biden's election was not legitimate. Now, here's the problem I have with this report that they've done. This is not going to change anybody's mind anywhere in this country. Those of us who know the election wasn't stolen, sure, this kind of bolsters our case. Hey, look, we got a bunch of Republicans who looked at this and they say, we're right, you're wrong. Ha ha. But for the people who don't believe the reality that Joe Biden legitimately won the election, they're going to look at this and be like, well, that's fake. It's not real. What are you going to do? And that's the problem we have with these idiots. And yes, they're all idiots. If you deny the results of the 2020 election, you're a moron. There is no other way to say that, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. You're an idiot. So I don't think another study coming out is going to make them be like, oh, well, shoot, I guess we were wrong. I guess I needed 800 pieces of evidence, not 799. That was the tipping point for me. That one extra really opened my eyes. It's not going to open anybody's eyes, and that's the saddest part about it. It should. You have your own party. You have former Republican senators who worked on this, Republican judges, Republican lawyers, all people who wanted to find the fraud. And they looked at it and they said, it doesn't exist. And it's not like they went individually, by the way, and checked the precincts looking for the fraud. They looked at the very evidence put forth by the people who claim there was fraud. All those people who say, yes, this thing was stolen, they said, give me what you got. And they did. And it's all crap. All of it. Every bit of it is crap. Crap being fed to the dumbest people in this country. And they continue to eat it up, even when studies like this come out and tell them, excuse me, folks, but you're dining on a large bowl of crap. And the people say, we don't care. It makes us feel good. This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.